Man, do I have some powerful new revelations from the book of Revelations to show you. Man, I have a few powerful revelations that I found in the book of Revelations since the last time we spoke that I need to show you. We finished chapter 13, right? We've talked about this before. We've talked about how the end of chapter 13 and the beginning of chapter 14, it describes to you the two different types of people that are in this earth. There are those who are marked by the beast and those who are sealed by the Most High. If we go back to chapter 13 at the very end, it says, "Here is the wisdom. He who has understanding, let him calculate the number of the beast." Wait, hold on, let me back up. "And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark upon their right hand or upon their foreheads. And that no one should be able to buy or sell, save that he have the mark. Here's the wisdom. Calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man." And we know that he wrote the 3 Greek letters that spell Iesus. But we learned back in chapter 3, verse 12, here the other day, right? Right here in verse 12 of chapter 3, it says, he says, "He who overcomes, I shall make him a supporting post in the dwelling place of my mighty Most High, and he shall by no means go out. And I shall write on him the name of my Most High and the name of the city of my mighty Most High, the renewed Jerusalem." Now, you probably don't believe me that there's only 2 types of people on this earth right now, but I assure you that this word is describing 2 different types of people. There's those marked by the beast and those sealed by the Most High. And we just seen that the word is going to write on anyone who lives of the 144,000, whoever, he who overcomes. Anyone who overcomes, the word, how he overcomes is the word writes on his forehead the name of Yahuwah, of the mighty Most High, and the name of his city, the renewed Jerusalem, right? So here in 13, at the end of it, it says that it's the mark of the beast, right? We all know that, the mark of the beast. What's the beast? The beast is Israel. If we have them, if those who overcome have the name of Jerusalem on their forehead, what does that make? What name is on those who are marked by the beast? You see how easy this is? This is easy once you get unlocking this word. Once you have been given the key of David, you understand that the Lamb is the only one worthy to open the scrolls. You understand that it's all about coming to the renewed Jerusalem, okay? And we're seeing this right here in Revelations, that there is an imposter, okay? If I just explained it to you. If those who overcome have the name of the new Jerusalem on their forehead, but those who don't have been marked by the beast, that means they have the name of a city on their forehead. Yes, it does. And it's not. And that's what this is all about. And you're going to see. That's why at the end of chapter 13, he describes those who are marked by the beast. He tells you it's all, both small and great. And then once you see that, it goes right to chapter 14, describing all those who overcome, who are standing on Mount Zion. In those hexagram things that I've shown you guys before, if you recall, the 23rd, was it the 23rd or the 56th hexagram, is known as the stranger, the wanderer, the sojourner. And he is lost. He believes the place he currently resides is the place of his origin. And it's not. He's been lied to, and he's been gone so long from his place of origin that he's forgotten where it even is, or anything about it. And he thinks where he's at is the place of his origin. So what to do? What do you do in that situation? Do you just keep on living a lie and staying? Or would you want to know? I mean, I'm that type of person. I had to know. And success, victory is to know. And the only way to know that hexagram card, call it what you want, it's right. It says the only way that the sojourner, the stranger, can find his true place of origin is he first has to understand that the place he currently dwells is not his place of origin. Once he understands that and sees that that's a fact, then he can say, well, this is not my place of origin. Where is it? And the smoking guns is right out here in the open. All you got to do is look, and you'll find your true place of origin. That's why it describes this in chapter 14. It goes right to telling you who it is that's going to overcome. And I looked and saw a lamb standing on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written upon their foreheads. And I heard a voice out of the heaven, like the voice of many waters, many truths, and like the voice of loud thunder. See? The thunder and the waters. It's the same thing. And I heard the sound of harpists playing their harps. That lets you know what the waters and the thunders was saying. It's about the house, the throne of David. And they sang a renewed song before the throne. That none of this is literal. The reason it says before the throne is because it's about being before the throne. It brings you before the throne. That song does, that renewed song about the renewed Jerusalem. That's what's on your forehead. And listen, did you ever wonder, all my life growing up and stuff, reading the word, every time I would read where it says that Babylon, when it says Babel has fallen, the great city who whored with all the nations, the shame of her nakedness has come, or whatever, however it words that, and she fell in 1 hour. I always wondered what that would look like. Well, now I know. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing what that is. I see the nakedness, the shame of her nakedness over there. There's nothing about her that's righteous, yet the world of believers has been defiled by her. They're done. Unless they turn. I mean, they can turn, they can repent and come home. But as of right now, they've got no idea that they're defending, they're promoting the house of the thief, the house of the dragon, the image of the beast. They're promoting for it to go on murdering and lying blatantly and they're trying to cover up this spectacle the Most High is making out of them. It's an absolute spectacle. And everyone who has a dog in that race, their nakedness is being exposed. We're seeing who they truly are, where their loyalty truly lies. And it's with the dollar and pride and arrogance and hatred and all those sorts of things. The fruit of that tree that place represents. That's why he says that he writes on their forehead the name of his mighty Most High Yahuwah and the name of the city. The truth does, the word does. Because all these people who've got caught sleeping, slacking, because they haven't been reading the word, they're being suckered by the image of the beast into Sheol. And they're fighting their way there to get to it, and they got no idea. But if you get in here and read this word and tremble over this word, like we have been, you would see all these things. You would understand that if he says that he writes on the overcomers' foreheads the name of the city, and then he's talking about this great city and the mark of the beast, and we know the beast is a kingdom, we should all understand that they have the name of the beast city on their forehead. It's easy. And look, it's all he's been explaining to us what they do. They blaspheme the name of the Most High and his tent. That's what this is all about. And no one was able to learn that song except the 144,000 who were redeemed from the earth. Why couldn't no one else learn that song? Is it just that good of a song? No. It's because if you look at the response to the message that I'm sharing, you'll understand what that verse means about only they can learn it. Because the rest of the world is hoodwinked by the mark of the beast, and they got no idea where their home is even at. They think they're home, but they're not. They are those who were not defiled with women, for they are maidens. Do you believe that the 144,000 is only men? Is that the case? Anyone who still thinks that these are eunuchs that's never had sex with a woman, if that's what you think, then you have to say that it's all men. So if you're a woman that's saying you're 144,000, but you think they're eunuchs that ain't never had sex with women, you're contradicting yourself. You can't have it both ways. But thankfully, that's not what this is saying. This is all a riddle. It's not talking about eunuchs and virgins. It's talking about those who haven't been defiled by these churches and lies. The whore of Babylon. They ain't been defiled by her. They're maidens. They're those 5 wise virgins with their lamps trimmed. They are engaged to the word, to the Most High. They ain't got time for none of that nonsense. They are those following the Lamb, wherever he leads them on. See? And that's to the city. That's following the word, the truth. They were redeemed from among men, being first fruits to the mighty Most High and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no falsehood, for they are blameless before the throne of the Most High. Do you see how big and huge it is to get it right about where the throne is? And that, how huge is it that a person not be deceived into bowing their face down at the throne at the foot of Satan, right? I mean, that wouldn't be good if someone didn't know. They thought they were bowing at the throne of the Most High, but little did they know they were bowing at the throne of Satan. That's not good, is it? No. That's what this end is all about. And all it takes is some investigating to see that place, indeed, is the congregation of Satan. It's not the return. The Lamb leads the overcomers to the renewed Jerusalem. The Lamb didn't lead nothing to that place. That place has been built on bloodshed and unrighteousness, and it ain't got nothing to do with the Lamb. It's all about magic and voodoo crap, spells and hexagrams. That's why the hexagram's on their flag. They speak like a dragon, but they look like a lamb, don't they? And I saw another messenger flying in mid-heaven, holding the everlasting good news to announce to those dwelling on the earth, even to every nation and tribe and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, "Fear the mighty Most High and give esteem to him, because the hour of his judgment has come. And worship him who made the heaven and the earth and sea and fountains of water." All that's code. He's the one where the truth comes from. He's the one that laid the foundations of the earth. He decides where Jerusalem is. He's the one, his throne is where the fountains of water spring from, not the dragons. And another messenger followed, saying, "Babel is fallen, that great city, because she has made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her whoring." And has she not? She has. Look what she's done. And all of them, they've produced all these holidays, all this paganry in Babylon on steroids like it is today, where they have big holiday super centers called Walmart that has the hexagram right on the front of it. That's what that sun is. It's a hexagram. And which they change right around the time of the roll up your sleeves, conveniently. But every holiday, a couple of weeks or months probably before the next holiday, they start blasting the promotion for it right in your face as you walk in the door. When you're walking in there, you just got to go in there and get a roll of tape or something. You got to see Easters and Christmases and Valentine's Day blasted in your face and all over the place. The beast all over the place. The man of lawlessness everywhere you look. All over the world. It's fallen, though. And a third messenger followed them, saying with a loud voice, "If anyone worships the beast, okay? Can we agree that he's not talking about a literal beast? If you think he's talking about the Catholic Church revolves around Jerusalem. Yes, it's all the same thing. They tell you the same lies. They promote the same dragon. If anyone worships the beast, and look, no one travels, we're not talking about Italy on the news right now, are we? Yeah, her nakedness is being showed, the shame of that too. But the city, the place where the believers believe it all happened, the place where people go and get baptized there and go on holy tours, that place, which is, it's all the same. It's all right there. It's all the Middle East, isn't it? If anyone worships the beast and his image, the image, and receives his mark upon his forehead or upon his hand, and I assure you that that is the opposite. It's the direct opposite of what we learned in chapter 3, verse 12. It's just like the yin yang. It's good versus evil. If those who overcome have the name of the Most High and the city on their forehead, those who don't overcome have the name of their Most High and their city on their forehead. And what city would that be? Would it be Rome? No, it's Jerusalem. It's Israel. They're the ones. They're the ones that's getting the world's vote right now, that are being worshipped right now, not Rome. Sure, there's people, Catholics and stuff, but it all goes to Jerusalem. All those people are fighting hardcore for Jerusalem right now. They're swinging from their necktie, and you best not bat an eye at them, or you'll be canceled. That's who we're talking about. He also shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out undiluted into the cup of his wrath, and he shall be tortured with fire and sulfur before the set apart messengers and before the Lamb. The fire and the sulfur comes from the throne. All this torture is going up because that's not the throne. That's the throne of Satan. And the smoke of their torture goes up forever and ever. It's never going to end. Since October 7th, it's curtains. It's never going back to the way it was before. We're only going to know more and more that that place in return was a fraud. And it's the throne of Satan. It's the congregation of Satan. And it's the trap, the snare, the threshing that's going to reap the harvest. And they have no rest day or night. See? That's how you know. And once you get this key, all this stuff just makes perfect sense. They got no rest day or night because look, the image of the beast and Babylon, the enemy, they eliminated the Lamb. They wouldn't give you the place he placed his name so you could follow the Lamb. They didn't. They give you a counterfeit. That way, if anyone ever did want to follow the Lamb, but they've managed to pound the fact that the Lamb means going in and going out. You know, they've hid it into the pit of the deep. That's what the pit of the deep is. They've hidden that fact. So they've eliminated the Lamb. There's no rest. Our rest is with the Lamb in Jerusalem. So anyone worshiping that place, if you go over there and try to go in and go out over there, it's a humiliation. It's an abomination. And if that ruffles your feathers, we'll have you went to look and see if it is an abomination. You haven't, have you? You've just been going with, what's trending, haven't you? You took your whole holy tour because everyone else was doing it. You see how you've messed up? But thankfully, thank the Most High that he has that much grace. He'll forgive you right now. You can come home right now if you repent right now and come out of it right now. But if you don't, if you're marked, if you come that day, if you ain't standing in Jerusalem on Mount Zion to take your inheritance, you've taken the mark of the beast. They get no rest. It's common sense. He's not saying that they're just not going to be able to sleep now. No, they're not at their house. Here is the endurance of the set apart ones. Here are those guarding the commands of the Most High and the belief of Yahusha. See, the commands and the belief of Yahusha is the Lamb. And it tells you, you got to come in and come out. You know, I hate to sound repetitive, but that's what we have to do, and nobody's talking about it. So what else should I say? What else should I talk about? Should we just hide the fact that we should come in and come out when that is what's going to separate those from those who live to those who die, from those who die? And I heard a voice out of the heaven saying to me, "Right, blessed are the dead who die in the Master from now on." I got some really good news about that. Good news is that's not talking about you getting guillotined because you didn't take some injection or sticker. No. We all are supposed to die to ourselves, to the Master right now. We should have been. To the Lamb. We should all understand that that's what we all should want to do, is come in and come out. And be who we say we are. Be with the family, with the crew. Do what the Most High's children do. Blessed are those who die from now on, after you've heard this truth. Blessed. Yes, says the Spirit, in order that they rest. See? And this is so easy. You can do this. If you just do that, if you look to see that that's the image of the beast, the abomination that lays waste, you turn and you see all the hiding of your true home, and you see where it is, and everything you look at is going to scream that that's where it is to you when you're looking. You can rest. You can come to it and you can get your rest from your labors. And their works will follow with them. What does that mean? The works follow with you. What you've been doing. All the word you've been cracking open. We've been cracking the code to these books right here, my friend. And the world ain't got no clue what it's saying. They're thinking about Dungeons and Dragons. But in reality, it's reality. And I looked and saw a white cloud, and sitting on the cloud was one like the son of Adam, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. One like the son of Adam, one that went all in for the house, one that it meant everything to him. That's why he had the golden crown. And when that happens, when you see that, he's got that sharp sickle in his hand. And another messenger came out of the dwelling place, crying with a loud voice to the one sitting on the cloud, "Send your sickle and reap, because the hour has come for you to reap, because the harvest of the earth is ripe." Now, I know you don't believe me when I'm telling you that since October 7th, Babel has fallen. And that's what's happening. We're seeing her shame. The 70 years ended, and now she's singing the songs of a whore. So because of that, the hour to harvest, to reap, has come. And it has. Look around. Look at all the people that's been hoodwinked by the image of the beast. And that's fighting for it. And that won't even, that wants to just incinerate you for saying a bad word about it. They think the Most High is going to incinerate you. But it's the image of the beast. And they're hoodwinked so bad that they're not even willing to prove to you that it's not. They don't even want to look at anything about it. Proving right there that they're in the wrong, that they're not even wanting to go to the Word to reason about these things, the most important things. It's ripe. The earth is ripe right now. And the one sitting on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another messenger came out of the dwelling place, which is in the heaven, and he too held a sharp sickle. And another messenger came out of the slaughter place, having authority over the fire. Over the fire. What fire? The fire that the dragon used. He had caused it to come down from heaven before the beast. That fire. The prophets have the authority to tell you, like I've been telling you, about the image of the beast, and that there would be a city, a crowning city in the end, that would say she is the Holy Land. How many Holy Lands do you know of that people say is the Holy Land? There's only one. See, the authority, the truth that would happen in the end is in the prophets. And if you don't believe it, but you ain't going to go open them up, there's your problem. Go open them up and you'll see. He tells us that would happen. So you're just going to keep rocking it out, even though the Word tells you there would be a city, an imposter, the worst thing ever, telling you that they're the people in the end, and you're just going to keep rocking with the people who are telling you that? Even though I've proven to you that it's the congregation of Satan? Yeah, because you're marked. And another messenger came out of the slaughter place having authority over the fire, and he cried with a loud cry to him having the sharp sickle, saying, "Send your sharp sickle and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, because her grapes are ripe." And the messenger thrust his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and threw it into the great winepress of the wrath of the Most High. And the winepress was trodden outside the city. And the blood came up out of the winepress up to the bridles of the horses for about 1,600 stadia. Now, I'm thinking that's got the 1,600 stadia has got something to do with days. We know the horses are these, it's like the churches, the spirits of like the image of the beast, all that stuff, the bridles of the horses. Those are the things that have led astray, that the enemies use to lead astray. And it's all going down outside the city. So look, we just proved that in the end, those who don't overcome are going to have the name of a city on their forehead. And that they're fighting over, that they're all about vehemently supporting it in the end. That would say she's the one that clearly ain't. And she ain't. We've seen that. She's been exposed. So we've proven that that place is the image of the beast. And we're seeing it all. And the world is unaware of what's happening. They don't know what to expect. They don't know what's coming. But if you've been reading this word with us and understanding all this about the image of the beast, and you ain't been over there swinging from its necktie, you see what's happening, and you can act accordingly, plan accordingly. Now that she's been exposed, you can go ahead and bet that all hell is about to break loose. She fell in 1 hour, and as far as I can see, she's still standing as far as, with these people who are blind as bats. But you can see she's on her way out. And he said 1 hour, so it's going to be quick. It's going to be quick. And you see all the stuff that's happening. I just seen a video this morning that said that it was one of those guys that follow flight radar, and he said that there's so much activity right now, military activity on the East Coast, and he's never seen anything like it, and he's been following that thing for years. All the stuff we see going on. There's not much time to waste, my friend.